Hello children, it's another video, and I thought today we would talk a little bit about what it's like to be a grown-up. You may think to yourself, being a grown-up means nobody tells me what to do. And to some degree, you're correct. You could wake up being a grown-up and you could think to yourself, I'm going to eat Captain Crunch cereal all day, every day, 7 days a week, and you can do that. This being said, it's not 100% true. When I was your age, I thought to myself, well, when I get older, I won't have parents around, so I can do whatever I like, so nobody will tell me what to do. But the truth is, somebody will always be there to tell you what to do. Now, this is in proportion to how responsible you are, which is why it's important right now to do things like brush your teeth, make your bed, clean the dish, don't wear dirty clothes. All of these things are important because when you grow up, if you are responsible, you take care of things, there will be fewer and fewer and fewer people telling you what to do. The real world's very similar to school. You go to work, you show up at a certain time. The people in charge typically have an opinion about what time you get up in the morning. They typically have an opinion about what kind of work you do. So these are important things to keep in mind. Back on the responsibility thing. If you do a good job and are responsible with the little things in life, what that typically means is the person telling you what to do is actually you. If you do an excellent job of telling you what to do, then you don't need other people in your world telling you what to do. Another thing about being a grown-up, work is somewhat like school. You don't always like it, but you get up early to go to it, you go to it. But the difference is, rather than saying you got an A or you got a B or you got a C, they say, hey, here's some money. That's better. Generally speaking, when you're doing your work, if you want a lot of money, you should be doing something that's a little bit more difficult than other people can do. Or you're doing something that people are unwilling to do. Or you're taking on a little bit more responsibility. If you do any of those things, you make more money. And if you do something that's easy to do and anybody can do and it's boring and it's simple, then you're just not going to get paid a lot of money for that because anybody can do that, which is why doctors and people who do surgery make a lot of money. People who are willing to be in charge of and take responsibility for more things typically make a lot of money. But when you start out, if you ended up working at a Starbucks, which I've worked at a Starbucks, it's all right, you're making coffee. But the thing is, it's not hard to make coffee. So people who make coffee don't nearly make as much money as people who build bridges. Go figure. So friends, here's a good rule of thumb. Always be kind to everybody. Be nice to everybody. And here's how it works. Here's how people will sort themselves out. Some people will be kind back. Some people who won't be kind back. The ones who are kind back, we call those friends. The ones who aren't kind back, they're just not friends. But let people sort themselves out in your life. But you decide to be kind to everybody. It's a good rule. Country is not music. It's just noise, really. Rap is not music. Rap is something people say after they make a movie. That's a rap. You see those apartments over there? Those are in the same parking lot as my apartments. These people pay twice as much for the same amount of space, probably because they have a backsplash that's fancy. Lesson, children, don't pay extra money for a fancy backsplash. Hashtag Briargate Becky. See these people out here? Don't know if you can or not, but those apartments, those are more than twice as much as this place, and they have a wind spinner. They probably pay money for a backsplash and fancy flooring. Don't pay money for a backsplash and fancy flooring. We're in the same location. It's silliness. You see this music maker? There it is. It's got an album. It's got a little hand crank on the side. This is an old thing. If we ever had a zombie apocalypse, this will still play music, but your iPhone won't work. These are nuts. raw almonds. The important thing to know about nuts is that people can eat nuts and squirrels. So if you have nuts and you're kind of a jerk, at least the squirrels will like you. You see this? These are fishing poles. Fishing is a cheap sport. You can get hours and hours of joy out of fishing. A fishing rod, one of these things, costs maybe $20 at Walmart. You spend that $20 one time and you can use this rod until you are dead. Bait is cheap, and if you can't afford bait, you can catch a bug. Now, when you go fishing, you catch a fish that's free meat. Fishing is a great sport. Well, children, that's pretty much it for this week. Like the thing and smash the thing and ding the thing.